Hey everyone, it's Matt, the Resale Champ here with you again, another video. And this week, what I wanted to do instead of a haul video, which I've been doing a lot of, and they tend to get really long, this video is going to be kind of a short how-to video on shipping and packing items. Recently, Amazon, well, first they were restricting items you could send in, and they've also prioritized items that they were shipping out as essential items. And so I had this product that I would always send in to Amazon FBA. And it's kind of funny I'm doing this video on shipping and packing because I generally don't do merchant fulfilled. I mean, 99.99% of my stuff goes Amazon FBA. But what I found was when they started prioritizing these shipments, I got a product in wholesale that I generally ship a lot of into Amazon, and the merchant fulfilled, listings were getting the buy box and not the FBA because of the time frame that they were showing that it would take for the products, leaving FBA. Sometimes it'd be 3-4 weeks out, whereas the merchant fulfilled, was 1 to 2 weeks, which we know. If you ship within a day or two, first class priority is getting there in a couple of days. So what I wanted to do was try to do instead of sending this shipment as a single item, multiples of the single item, instead of sending it into Amazon FBA, I was going to try to merchant fulfill. What it was is 30 shampoo bottles. So I didn't know, the best way to do this because generally, you think of shampoo, you think of something that could easily, break open, spill and cause a giant mess. So I did not want that to happen. And I was trying to think about how I could ship because the shampoo bottles, are 8 to 10 ounces, so they would weigh less than a pound, so they could go first class. And I did not want to, I wanted to ship as cheaply as possible, but still get it to the customer without any issues. One thing I thought about was, could I ship this in just a bubble mailer? And if I could, that would be the lightest, cheapest way to do it. So I wasn't sure. So I put out a thing on, Facebook, and I'm in a lot of, resale groups on Facebook, and I put out, hey, can we? What do y'all think? Would you ship this? Would you ship a shampoo bottle in a bubble pouch? Well, overwhelmingly, the responses were pretty much no, no, no. Yes, if you do this or if you do that. Well, problem with putting it in a box, by the time you put it in a box, most boxes are at least 4 ounces. If you put any kind of packing material in there, you're pretty much going to be at or close to a pound. And even if you're just under a pound and you can still do first class, you're still going to be very at the high end because of the higher rates at the higher ounces. So even if you're at 14, 15 ounces, you're going to be real close to a priority mail rate, $5, $6 in the $5 range. So I wanted to figure out a way to ship this in a bubble pouch. And let me tell you, I did. And I did all 30 of them. This has been a couple weeks, and I've not gotten a single return, not a single complaint. So I'm going to show you right now how I did that, how I packed it, and how I shipped a shampoo bottle in a bubble mailer. So let's see if I can do this in a way that I can still demonstrate it and show it to you. I don't do a lot of these, so bear with me. I'm going to try to do this as simple as possible. So the other question that has come up a lot in a lot of Facebook groups is, can you ship Amazon Merchant Fulfilled with an eBay mailer? So I have an eBay store. I do part-time eBay, and I get eBay shipping supplies free. You get a $25 credit at the lowest store, and then a 50, and then higher than that as the store values go up. And I'm sorry if the lighting is not that great. I'm using window light right now, so hopefully it's not too bad. here's the mailers that I used. I used an eBay bubble pouch mailer to ship my shampoo bottles to Amazon customers, merchant fulfilled. You may be thinking that's a recipe for disaster. Well, like I said, as of this point, it's been a couple weeks. I've not heard one negative feedback, not one return request, and I would count that as a success. So I'm going to show you how I did it. This is the lowest size. I think it's, in fact, I can measure it. I think it's a 9x7. Take a look here. It is 9. And yeah, it's a 9x7 bubble mailer on Amazon. I used to get the, not on Amazon, on eBay. I used to get these, I think they come in 100 at a time. That's right around that $25 price point on eBay. And but basically I'm getting it free. So I had these, so I'm like, well, how can I ship this? Well, I'll show you what I did. Now, it's not this shampoo, but I'm just using this. This is about the right size as the shampoo bottles I was shipping. And they were plastic, but it had a small cap on the end like this. And it was round with a hard bottom. And that was it. There was no cap, that went on it like this, just a plastic shampoo bottle. First thing I did is I took the bottle and I took a plastic poly bag. Now this is one that you can seal, but I'll show you I didn't actually seal it. I took it, put it inside, and I dropped it in like this. So I didn't stand it up lengthwise. I did it laid down like this. Then I set it on a flat surface. I know you can't see this, but basically I rolled it. Maybe I can make it. There you go. Oh, okay. I guess I can do this. So I took it, laid it on a flat surface, and I rolled it like this, as snug as possible, so that there wasn't any kind of looseness to this. Now, I did not seal it. I just rolled it like that. But the purpose of this is to make sure that if it does break or leak, that it's encased or trapped inside this plastic poly bag, and it's not going to get all over the customer when they go to pull it out. So that's the point of doing that. And then the next item that I use, bubble wrap. So this is a 12-inch bubble wrap. It comes in generally in a roll, or you can get it in sections, and it's perforated. Right there's the perforation. So you pull off a piece, and what you end up with is a 12x12 piece of bubble wrap. So then I took the plastic poly bag, bubbles facing up. I set it down where the open part was down on the bottom. And then I rolled it as tight as possible, like this. And then actually I didn't bring it bring over here, so I don't have it right here. But I then took a piece of packing tape and put a tape over this to seal it shut. So that's the only tape I used. The only sealing was a piece of plastic tape, maybe about like this, put over there. So this is what you ended up with. So you've got your shampoo bottle in a poly bag inside bubble wrap. Okay. And then what I would do is I had my eBay mailer, bubble mailer, and then I would take, I use these 2 per page self-adhesive labels. You can buy these online. You can also get them from UPS. And they're big enough where the one I would lay directly over top of the eBay label. So your eBay label's down here. I would I would place the mailer, the label. In fact, I'll just show you. So I would take, this would be already pre-printed with the address. I would stick it on the bubble mailer before putting anything in it. I no longer have an eBay mailer. Actually, on the back, there's nothing that says eBay. On here, it is covered. And again, there's writing or printing on this. So yeah, you could see this eBay through this, but there's writing on this. So nobody's going to really care. And you want to do this now before you pack it, before putting the shampoo in there, because you have a nice flat surface. And you'll see why in just a second. So then I always print a packing slip with all of my shipments, eBay or Amazon Merchant Fulfilled. So that I usually sign thank you, put my name on it, slide that in there. And then I take my shampoo. And what I would do is I would fold this over like this, that protects the bottom, slide it in there, and I'm putting it at an angle towards the back, which I had to. And then I would fold the top over like this. I would fold the bubble over. And then I would seal the poly bag. So what you would have then is your shampoo bottle in at kind of an angle like this, encased in bubble wrap in a bubble mailer. You would seal that. And this is how it would go out, USPS mail to the customer. And as I said, I did 30 of them that way, and none of them came back. There were a couple nice, when you do Merchant Fulfilled, you'll sometimes get a couple orders where they'll do 2 or multiples. I did have less than 5 people, maybe just a couple, 2 or 3 ordered 2 of them. For those, I did the same exact process of single polybag, single wrap it in bubble, just like I did with this one. So I'd have 2 of these. And since the weight then was over a pound, I put both of those inside a flat rate priority mailer from USPS. Put both of those in there and sent them in that. Again, this has been a couple weeks. I've not had a single return, a single complaint about them getting damaged or broken. So yes, the answer is you can ship something like a shampoo bottle. Same thing would be conditioner, any kind of really health and beauty product. If it's got a hard casing, you can put it in bubble. Again, seal it, make it tight so it's not moving around. Make sure the top's protected, make sure the bottom. Now, the same thing, if your bottle's bigger than these, again, you could use a bigger piece of bubble, use a bigger mailer, the next size up. It's the same concept. Polybag it, bubble wrap it, put it in a bubble mailer. You don't want the bubble mailer too big. You don't want to use a giant bubble mailer and stick this in there where it could be moving around while it's in transport. You want it as snug and protected as possible. So hopefully, we're getting close to 15 minutes here. So hopefully that was helpful. And you can learn something or give that a shot. Let me know in the comments if you've ever successfully shipped anything like a shampoo bottle that could easily leak, any kind of leakable product. If you've shipped that in a bubble mailer before and had any issues, or you've been doing it successfully, maybe you have a better way of doing it. But by doing this, I did not tell you, but by doing it this way in the bubble mailer, this thing, I want to say the shipping weight on this was 11 ounces, 11 or 12 ounces. It was below the next plateau. So it was like in the $3 to $4 range to ship. And if I had put that in a box, it would have been double that, at least $7 probably. Priority mail is what I would have been paying to ship those out. So I was able to save quite a bit of money, didn't get a single complaint from a customer. Again, I'm not saying it's the only way, but I'm saying if you want to try this yourself, you should be as successful at doing it if you follow that example. And if you have any, better suggestions, or if you have any ideas that you think might work better, feel free to comment below and let me know. I'll take a look at those. And I appreciate you joining me for this how-to session on shipping shampoo or health and beauty products in bubble mailers for Amazon. Thanks, and I will see you next time. I appreciate it. Talk to you later. Bye.